Hello everyone. Today we are going to deal with a poem named A Photograph. This poem, A Photograph, is flowing from the pen of Shirley Tolson, and it is a type of tribute by poetess to her mother. First of all, let's have a discussion about the title, A Photograph. As we all know very well, what is the purpose of a photograph? Photograph captures some memories or moments, and these memories stay forever. So in this poem, a girl, the poetess, is recalling her mother and her memories while looking at a childhood photograph of her mother when her mother was about 12 years old or so. The first stanza of the poem, the cardboard shows me how it was. Cardboard is hard and very thick paperboard. The girl, the poetess, is telling us that the photo frame, the cardboard, the photograph is describing an event or is describing a scene. Which scene? When the two girl cousins went paddling. Paddling is walking or standing with bare feet in shallow water. Shallow is opposite to deep. Means the photograph is describing a scene in which the two girl cousins of her mother, they went to a beach to enjoy their holiday, each one holding one of my mother's hand. Now the two girl cousins, they were holding the hand of her mother. Why? What was the reason behind that? And she, the big girl, that was the reason, because her mother was the eldest of the three. That's why they were holding the hand of her mother. As we all may observe that children used to hold the hand of elder ones for a moral sport. In the same manner, they were holding the hand of the big girl, her mother. Some 12 years or so. Now the poetess is telling us about the age of her mother. She is telling that during that time, her mother's age was 12 years or so. All three stood still to smile through their hair. It means their smiling faces could be seen through their hair that flew over them. We may also say that day may be a windy day. It means they stood silently, smiling through their hair and watching at the uncle who was standing there with a camera. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. They were smiling and they were looking at the uncle, and the uncle was having a camera with him and he clicked that photograph. Now one more thing, kindly see this line. All three stood still to smile through their hair. One literary device has been used here, and this literary device is alliteration. What is alliteration? It is the use of same letters or sound at the beginning of words that are close together. So, stood still to smile. It is a alliteration. The second stanza of the poem, a sweet face, my mother's. That was before I was born. The poetess is telling us that when this photograph was clicked, her mother's face was very sweet, very pleasant. She was only of 12 years then, she was unmarried, and this photograph was clicked before the birth of the poetess. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. Now, in these two lines, the poetess is comparing the natural things with the human beings. She wants to convey that natural things, natural objects don't change with the passage of time, but on the other hand, human beings change a lot with the passage of time. She says that the sea, where her mother and her cousins went to enjoy their holiday, it is still the same. It doesn't change very much, but on the other hand, it washed their terribly transient feet. Terribly is great, transient is momentary, opposite of permanent. The sea washed their terribly transient feet, means the sea washed the momentary feet of the girls, of the children. It means sea is still the same, but during that time when this photograph was collected, the feet of the children were very small, but now they have grown up and definitely their feet are also converted into bigger ones. It means here the poetess tries to convey that human beings are mortal. Mortal means they cannot live forever, but natural objects like sea, they are immortal. Immortal means living or lasting forever. Now have a look at this line, washed their terribly transient feet. One another literary device has been used here, and this is called transferred epitaph. What is transferred epitaph? It is an adjective that qualifies a noun other than the person or thing it is actually describing. So here, terribly transient feet, washed their terribly transient feet, it is a transferred epitaph. The third stanza of the poem, some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. The poetess is telling us that 20 or 30 years passed since the photograph had been clicked, and whenever the mother used to have a glimpse, used to have a look at the photograph, she would laugh. Snapshot is photograph. See Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dressed us for the beach. She would point out to Betty and Dolly how they were dressed up by their parents for the sea holiday. She would laugh that how they had been dressed up by their parents for the sea holiday. The sea holiday was her past. Mine is her laughter. Now, the poetess is telling us that the sea holiday was her past, means the sea holiday. When her mother went to a beach to enjoy her holiday, it was her past. Mine is her laughter. And when mother used to laugh at the photograph, her laughter is my past. Means sea holiday was her mother's past and mother's laughter was poetess' past. Both wry with the labored ease of loss. Rai is disappointed with the ironical situation. Both Rai with the labored ease of loss. Labored means achieved after a lot of hard work, and ease is comfort. In this line, both Rai with the labored ease of loss. Again, a literary device has been used. It means oxymoron. What is oxymoron? Labored convey that both the poet and her mother were struggling. They were trying to cope up with their loss, yet both realized that the loss was final and they had to accept it. That's why it is ease. So oxymoron is used here. Oxymoron is a poetic device where two opposite words are used together. As here it has been used labored and ease. The last one stanza of the poem. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as the girl lived. The poetess is telling us that her mother has been dead for years. She has been dead for as many years as the number of years she lived. And of this circumstance, there is nothing to say at all. Circumstances, condition of her death. The poetess is saying that she has nothing to say about the circumstance of her death or about the situation captured in the photo. its silence silences. She says that silence only brings out deeper silence and makes things mysterious. Here, its silence silences means silence brings out deeper silence. So, in this line, its silence silences, a literary device, personification has been used. What is personification? Personification is a figure of speech in which a thing or an idea or an animal, or you may say a non-living thing, is given a human attribute. Means non-living things are portrayed as living things. So here its silence silences. Silence has been portrayed as living thing. So here personification has been used. Students, now have a look at the main points of the poem.